All right, what's going on, man? Oh, the camera over here. What's going on? Yeah, we're gonna do something tonight, and we're gonna check out the new SSL 9000 Super 9000. I'm sorry, the SSL Super 9000 channel strip, and see what it's working with. And you know what I'm saying, see what it's working with and stuff like that, man. Let's go ahead and check out the website and you know, see what the website entails for us and everything like that. As soon as I can bring this bad boy up here, we will get in there. Alrighty. Let's give me a couple of minutes here. All right, cool. So go ahead and stop the music. If you guys know already, this week I think it was announced that the Solid State Logic actually came out with another piece of hardware, and that's called the Super 9000, which is based off the legendary SSL or SL 9000J console, and which kind of slowly developed into the duality console later on in the mid 2000s, and now here in 2025 we have the Super 9000 channel strip, which basically gives you, you know, everything that you would look into with the SL 9000J console, and a little bit of the duality. So you'll get all of that packed in one U rack space, 19-inch processor and everything like that. You can do your own research on what the 9000 console from SSL represent. If you grew up in the between 1995 and 2000 era, you'll know your favorite records, your favorite albums between 1995 and 2008, specifically hip hop and R&B. I'll say a great 75% of that was major label release music came through this particular console. And you know what I'm saying, I can't really speak for you, but you know what I'm saying, like, that music at that time was just awesome, and I love the sound of it. It had a lot of punch to it. It was right there in your face, and it's not like it is now where it's kind of like something is diminished from it. I mean, music now sounds good, but it just doesn't have that to it or whatever. And you know what I'm saying, this was, you know what I'm saying, in my opinion, the cause of it right here, you know, mixing on these discs and stuff like that, man. You can go and watch videos on it and go on the website. I highly recommend going on the website, and also SSL YouTube channel, checking it out. Also other vendors, Sweetwater, I think American Musical Supply, Z-Sounds, and Vintage King did some great demos on it. Shout out to Vintage King, man. Reason why I say shout out to Vintage King, they really helped me out and stuff like that. But basically in this particular device, you're getting the same technology in those consoles and stuff like that. What's a little bit different with this particular unit is the preamp section. It's almost like you're getting a dual mic preamp in one, you know, input stage. So this red knob that you see here, it's basically the 9000J preamp, but then you can engage the VHD right here, and this VHD button will allow you to have that I forget, variable harmonic distortion, which is found on the duality, and you could blend that in with the preamp, and you can get some really good flavor of sound. And then this high Z button is impedance switch from I think one something thousand ohms to I think 11,000 ohms, if I'm not mistaken. Really cool, man. What's going on, DJ Big Red? Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Inside joke, man. Inside joke. But full dynamic processing on this unit. You get both the comp and the gate. I think this dynamic section is driven by THAT, that 2181A BCA. I never heard of that particular BCA component, but I'm not exactly sure if it's new or not, but sounds pretty good and stuff like that, man. Another great thing about this unit is it's almost like you're getting two EQs in one, which is really cool. You're getting that pink SSL EQ circuit, and you're getting the black EQ circuit, which is found both in the 4000G and the 4000E. Now, this only applies to the bell sections, or excuse me, let me take that back. It only applies to the shelving sections, and the bell sections. I would assume those are coming from the 9000 console. So it's flexible, man. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Not only is it flexible on the EQ circuit, but also as how it processes and the routing as well. This unit does come with inserts. It comes with a sidechain input for doing side chaining with your dynamics, and it comes with a dual input section, so you can plug in a microphone and have a line in all at the same time, which is really cool. And there's another you get an insert point as well, if I hadn't mentioned that as well, and then you got your output. So you got a lot of flexibility with this unit, and you can it's awesome, bro. It is awesome. These are the key features that's on the website. And I kind of went over most of them already, and most of the stuff about SSL. But the key highlights, again, is the dual preamp functionality, the 4-band SSL EQ, but you get the G series pink and the E series black knob circuits built into the EQ. Of course, you got high pass, low pass filter, no de-esser, so it's not like the Revival 4000 where you get the de-esser in the dynamic section. You don't have a de-esser on here, which is fine. I read some forums, people are pissed because it didn't have a de-esser. Man, use a plugin. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. And you should have good tone coming in, and you shouldn't have all the de-essers in there anyway. So but it doesn't come with a de-esser, and that's not a major deal breaker or whatnot. Another good highlight is, again, you have a line output trim as well. You have a trim on the input. I'll show you guys that later. And yeah, dynamic sidechain linking, where you can connect two of these bad boys together, and you can use the compressors as a stereo pair. So works really good, man. Make sure you go ahead and check out the brochure and the user guide. Hell no, I don't work for SSL. I really don't. But I really a big fan of their products and stuff like that. And you know what I'm saying, I'm super pumped. And the reason why I'm super pumped is because, man, I had to dip in the savings, man. I ain't gonna even lie to you, bro. I had to dip in the savings. And my boys, DJ's Big Red, he laughing at me and stuff like that. God damn it, I had to get him, bro. I had to get him, man. Listen, I had to get him, man. I was really I had the intentions on getting the 4000, the Revival series, and something told me to hold off. And I got buddies in the AV industry. I work in corporate AV, and I got buddies in the AV industry that kind of play around in in the audio realm of things or whatever. And they told me like, hey, you might want to hold on for a second. I'm like, huh? Yeah, man, it may be one. So man, look. So man, I was kind of shocked when it came out. This week. I forget what morning it was announced, but I woke up to the news and I was like, yo. What really made me get this particular piece of hardware was Mixbus TV. He had a video, and I guess one of his constituents came by, and it was on an A/B comparison between the Revival and the Super 9000, and they really didn't have direct audio, but when I heard it through, the speakers in the studio hitting the phone that they was recording on, I was like, God damn, it sounded different, but it sounded good and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, I want that right there. So, shout out to Daniel with Vintage King Audio. They have them in stock if you're interested in them. I think I signed up for Sweetwater to let me know when they come into stock. And they still not in stock just yet. So a lot of vendors in the United States don't have them just yet. But if you want one right now, get your behind on the website and go to Vintage King Audio. Look up my boy Daniel. He'll help you out and stuff like that. I got them shipped in. And, man, I'm going to be honest with you. I'd have tried a lot of components. I actually worked on a 4000E console. Nice. I done tried a lot of different preamps and a lot of different compressors, EQs and stuff like that. But this right here, it sounds awesome, bro. Like, I ain't gonna even lie to you. And it's crazy because the remnants of what it does to audio sources and stuff like that, it really takes you like if you're a fan of like music, you will hear some of this, on your vocals or whatever you're going to run it on and stuff like that, because it's awesome. It sounds really, really good and stuff like that. If this is something that you're going to get, be mindful that, you just can't get this and, have, bad recording technique and stuff like that, the better your recording technique, the better this is going to shine for you and stuff like that. And, man, it sounds really good. I mean, really good. And we're going to do some examples tonight. I'm going to run some vocals through here so you guys can hear it. I'm going to exaggerate some of those vocals so you can actually hear what each section is doing. And then I'm going to try to drag in a loop into Studio One and like some drums, for example, and just kind of play around with it, and we're gonna close it out. So I'm not gonna be before you guys too long, but I definitely want to give some sound examples on what this does. I know this is primarily like vocal driven type of processor or drums used through this, so we're going to use those main situations that's used on here. Maybe I'll get an acoustic guitar and run it through here as well, just so we can kind of get a groove of what it's doing. All right, so let's go ahead and switch over to Studio One here, and everything like that, man. I'm gonna go back to the chat here after I turn this on and stuff like that. Big Red, my bad. I had to switch up my windows over and stuff like that, man. Yeah. I'm laughing, man. Hey, you know what though? I checked out the Revival 4000, man, and I like it, but I don't know, man. Like, this the 9000 is hard to beat, man. I ain't gonna even lie to you. It's hard to beat, man. Man, it's hard to beat. For real. All right, cool, man. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna play this music here. I got a vocal here, and I got them off right now, and I'm just gonna play you guys the vocal, and then we'll come back and I'm gonna run them through. I got two verses The first verse is on this one, the second verse is on this one, and saying we'll just kind of do what we do with it and check it out. So let's go ahead and get started and check out some of these sound examples. All right. I don't know if that's a sample. I'm probably gonna get in trouble anyway from YouTube. So let's go ahead and play this first verse. All right, so this is the first verse. There's nothing on it. I'm gonna play about maybe 2 or 3 bars, and I'm gonna go ahead and flip. In the middle of the verse, I'll go ahead and flip it on to it's gonna be on this one right here. All right, and we'll get to hear this thing, and then we'll move on to the second verse and check this one out as well. Let me unsolo the instrumental track here. All right, let's run that back.
We went from switching lanes to catching planes. You never went against the grain, so I gave you my last name. In a game where niggas change, that you remain the same. You something like my box Chevy, built off the frame. The world belong to me now, it belong to us. A simple crush, moments of lust, now you the one I trust. Riding foreign, no rims, neck pleasantly draped in ice. I thought the streets was the shit, but now I'm really living life. Let me be your vice.
All right, cool. We're gonna stop it right there, and let's go ahead and engage this track here. We're using Pipeline to, pipe the audio through here, which is a utility tool in Studio One, and let's go ahead and play it now.
Let me be your vice. You can be my fix. All my weary days, you fix them all with your kiss. Watching sunsets on exotic islands, my heart is smiling. Too OG to keep wildin', some of these niggas still childish. There's no need to take heed, baby, just let me take the lead. Indulge in the sin of my creed as I pitch to you my creed. Let's talk about land and deeds, it's obvious I'm a different breed. It ain't no difference between what you want and what I need. Church, baby.
All right, cool. So, of course, you can hear a big ass difference in it. It's pretty much game stage, the best that I possibly could and everything like that. But you definitely hear from the raw vocal to the processed vocal how it kind of just jumps out and, it just crispy the vocals up. And, of course, I did some EQ stuff in it or whatever the case may be. And, it sounds really good, man. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Like, I'm trying to hold in my smile and stuff like that because it sounds good. And you don't understand. I'm a big SSL fan and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and jump over to the second verse. Is going to be on this one. It's a little bit different. Of course, it's a different artist on the second verse. So the settings are a little bit different here. I'm not exactly sure you can see those settings, but we're not hitting the preamp as hard. Kind of around the same on the dynamics, and the EQ is not as the EQ is not as a so the one you just heard is more subtractive EQ on the low end and more additive EQ on the high end. On the second verse, it's more neutral, and I kind of really just boosted the lows and the highs on this particular verse right here. All right, so let's go ahead and check out the raw version of this one, and then I'll stop it.
Let me be your new vice. I'ma hold you tight when it's cold as ice in the wintertime. Worth every cent that I spend. Priceless, you been a dime, committing crime. If loving you is wrong, then I'm guilty of a sin. Cells they lock me in till I'm free again. Praying to God that it's me and you again. Strolling on the beach, dripping on your peach, wishing on a star. Yeah, they beautiful, but not as gorgeous as you are. It seems we come so far, but it's up to you what we take it to. And I'm down to drive. Pay no attention to the ones on the side. They just wanna ride, bunny to my glide.
All right, cool. We're gonna stop it right there, and then we're gonna turn it on right here.
If you're down to ride till the day we die, fuck it, it's up and it's stuck there. Haters be talking about love, well, my stock in your love is up there. And I don't care, but I give a fuck. Wanna see us up and I'ma hold it down, but never ever hold you down. If you my queen, adjust your crown. Everything ain't for everybody else. Just keep it to yourself. 9 times out of 10, they ain't got me. So how they help? Fool yourself for deceiving me. Gonna lose a lot if you're leaving me. I'm the type to give you the world if you believe in me. Church.
All right, cool deal. So, you know, that's the second verse, and I kind of did it like that so you can kind of hear, you know what I'm saying, two different vocals, and how it can impact the vocals and everything like that. So, you heard the raw and you heard the processed version. Now, I'm gonna stay on this second version. It's a little bit cleaner than the first version, and we're just gonna do some exaggerated knob turning, if that makes any sense. I'm gonna play it, and I'm just gonna turn the knobs, and I'm gonna shut the hell up, and everything like that. We're gonna focus. I'm gonna kind of turn it and focus on the preamp so you can kind of hear the different flavors that this thing can produce. And while I'm talking here, I'm trying to loop this verse here. All right, and I'll stop it and then play around with the dynamics and then the EQ and the filters, and yeah. So let me go ahead and zoom in really quick so you can get a bird's eye view of what's going on. Don Tilt, what's good with you, my boy? Thank you for tuning in, man. All right, cool. Let me zoom in there a little bit more. So again, sorry about that camera angle on here. I don't want to kind of mess up the camera angle and everything. I got everything fixed, but yeah, we again, this knob right here, this is the 9000J original preamp circuit. Right now it's engaged on the VHD, so this enables that duality preamp circuit, and you have a variable drive knob right here so you can blend of different flavors. And then this is a trim knob. So the trim knob is basically, if you're driving it super hot, you can keep that and retain that sound, and you could just turn it down. So if you're going for, let's say for instance, like a dirty ass sound snare drum, and you like it because you overdrive it and you got a lot of, you know, distortion on it, and or whatever you're doing, you can keep that sound and you don't have to worry about it affecting anything else in the chain. You have this trim knob so you can turn it down and gain stage before you actually hit the comp, which is fucking awesome. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Motherfucking awesome. Another thing you can do is engage the line input. Okay. So when you engage the line input, what happens is you can it's gonna switch from your mic input to the line in. So if you're running, like, let's say a keyboard synth into here directly, or you're coming from your DAW and stuff like that, it'll switch to the line. Now what's going to happen is this mic pre is not going to work, and you're not going to get that flavor out of there, and you're not going to get the flavor out of the VHD. You're just going to get line input. You feel what I'm saying? So what happens is, if you want your line input to have and I'm trying to pull up my damn camera thing here. If you want your line input to have some of that, you know, SSL preamp flavor, then you have to go over here and you have to enable input flip. Okay, so when you hit input flip, what happens is now the line input, shit, the line input now will get some of the mic pre flavor and the variable more and I hope I'm saying variable, but the VHD, I'm just gonna keep it like that. The VHD, some of that harmonic distortion on your line input. So it just depends on what you're gonna plug in, you know what I'm saying, or what blase or whatever. If you're coming in line, good. Just remember, you have to go all the way over to the right next to the output trim and engage the input flip button, and you can take advantage of that. All right, I just wanted to point that out. If this is something that you're gonna get and you're kind of like, you know, just trying to, you know, wrap your head around some things or whatever the case may be. All right, let's get our behind back over here. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and turn some knobs and see what we can fuck up.
Be a new
Let me be your new vice. I'ma hold you tight when it's cold as ice in the wintertime. Worth every cent that I spend. Priceless. You been a dime. Committing crime if loving you is wrong. Then I'm guilty of a sin. Cells they lock me in till I'm free again. Praying to God that it's me and you again. Strolling on the beach, gripping on your peach, wishing on a star. Yeah, they beautiful, but not as gorgeous as you are. It seems we come so far, but it's up to you where we take it to, and I'm down to drive. Pay no attention to the ones on the side, they just wanna ride. Bunny to my Clyde, if you're down to ride till the day we die. Fuck it, it's up and it's stuck there. Haters be talking about love, well, my stock in your love is up there. And I don't care, but I give a fuck. Wanna see us up and I'ma hold it down, but never ever hold you down. If you my queen, adjust your crown.
So what I just did was engage the high Z input.
Everything ain't for everybody else. Just keep it to yourself. 9 times out of 10 they ain't got me in. So how they help? Fool yourself for deceiving me. Gonna lose a lot if you're leaving me. I'm the type to give you the world if you believe in me. Church.
I don't know if it's me that
Alright, just gonna loop back around.
Let me be your new vice. I'ma hold you tight when it's cold as ice in the wintertime. Worth every cent that I spend. Priceless. You been a dime. Committing crime if loving you is wrong. Then I'm guilty of a sin. Cells they lock me in till I'm free again. Praying to God that it's me and you again. Strolling on the beach, gripping on your peach, wishing on a star. Yeah, they beautiful, but not as gorgeous as you are. It seems we come so far, but it's up to you where we take it to, and I'm down to drive. Pay no attention to the ones on the side, they just wanna ride. Bunny to my Clyde, if you're down to ride till the day we die. Fuck it, it's up and it's stuck there. Haters be talking about love, well, my stock in your love is up there. And I don't care, but I give a fuck. Wanna see us up and I'ma hold it down, but never ever hold you down. If you my queen, adjust your crown. Everything ain't for everybody else. Just keep it to yourself. 9 times out of 10 they ain't got me in. So how they help? Fool yourself for deceiving me. Gonna lose a lot if
So this is the pad.
Me. Church.
Alright, cool. Sorry to blow your ears or whatever the case may be, but I just wanted to, you know what I'm saying, kind of push the preamp a little bit so you can kind of hear what it's doing and everything. This button right here, I know the camera is not showing it a little bit, but it's the high Z button, or pretty much the impedance button. And it's going to give you that extra oomph to it and everything like that to your vocal if you're not getting that oomph that you're looking for. Okay. Pretty cool. It's a transformerless preamp stage. Okay. I kind of want to make that clear. It does not have a transformer on the preamp stage. Okay. It's not like the Tone Beast where it has a transformer here. It's not like the Trans X underneath here where it has a transformer. Actually the ART Trans X preamp that I have below all of this stuff right here, it has a Jensen transformer. I'm not exactly sure what kind of transformer the Tone Beast has in it, or whatever API has in it is Cinemag. I'm tripping. Cinemag in here. So yeah, but this does not have a transformer in it. And it's very interesting when you turn the VHD on and you can turn this orange knob here, and you indeedly, in fact, getting different, I'm not going to say different distortion, but it's like a blend of saturation and distortion all mixed into one. And when you go to the left, you're getting second harmonic distortion. And when you move it to the right, you're getting third harmonic distortion. And I always used to like the third harmonic distortion, but I kind of like the second. I really do, especially on this vocal. A little bit of that second harmonic distortion sweets it up a little bit. All right, cool, man. So what I'm gonna do is kind of like get the preamp back tamed, and I had to turn off that compressor because it was getting a little bit out of control. So just remember, whatever you're doing on your preamp is going to affect that compressor. You know what I'm saying? So that's why the trim knob is super, super helpful, because it's the next stage, and that's the dynamic session. Let's go ahead and do some wild ass compression here so you can actually hear what's going on. All right. The gate, I can show you the gate here. Let me move this camera controller thing down here, and I'm gonna play the verse from the beginning here, and you can hear what the gate is doing, man. If I had, I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm sorry, man. Yeah, I got two of them. I got two of them so I could do stereo work, and everything like that. Like, let's say for instance, I use two of these stereos, and sometimes what I do is I'll take my ad libs from the bus track. So I'll take all my ad libs, bust them down to a bus track or auxiliary track, whatever you want to call it, and I'll run those ad libs through two preamps, left, right. Let's say for instance I want to process a beat, left, right, or left, right, whichever you want to do. I have it routed left and right up here. So I'll process a beat through here, or I can get a group of background vocals, process them through here. Or if I want to do two leads, I could do two leads like this. Let's say for instance I want to process a synth. I got two of them. Drums, you know, if I'm working on a beat or whatever the case may be, and I want to process the drums, I can use it like this. If I need a little bit more oomph out of the strings, I can run them through here. I was gonna get one, and I thought about it, how I utilize these two, and I utilize the Trans-X. I use the Trans-X on my mix bus. This is a clean preamp too. It's almost reminiscent of the 4000E preamp stage because it has a Jensen transformer inside of it. Okay, I run all my mixes through here along with the bus style compression and stuff like that. Cutthroat, super clean, in your motherfucking face. Really, really good, man. They stopped making this preamp, this particular preamp, want to say right at about 2018. I think they stopped making this preamp. It's very, very hard to find. I bought it. I bought this one. Yeah, I bought this one used from a guy in California off of Reverb, and he had it in immaculate condition and stuff like that. But I did some very deep research, and it's actually a female engineer I found on what's that website? It used to be Gear Sluts, but they changed the Gear Space. And she was talking about how she has 4 of these units, and she basically run all of her mixes through here, and she had some sound examples, and they sounded really, really great. So that's why I have 2 units, and this rack right here is what I call my color rack. So, you know what I'm saying, everything that runs through here has some type of color. I took my Neves out, my Neve clones, because I use them, but I'm not a big fan of the Neve clone. I like the Neve sound, and sometimes I don't. I'm a big fan of API sound and the SSL sound. That's just me. But I took my Neve clones out and stuff like that, but I was using those as you know, running vocals through there, and also drums and stuff like that. And like I said, with the APIs, I normally run like guitars, synths, background vocals, ad libs through the API because it's more front forward sounding. I ain't gonna even lie to you, I use a shit ton of SSL plugins. That's why I had to get this. I every mix, some type of track on every mix has a SSL plugin, whether it's on the bus, whether it's on the individual track, because I want that EQ sound. That's why I got 2 of them and stuff like that. I was gonna get one, but I knew god darn well wasn't gonna suffice and everything like that. So yeah, just to answer your question, that's why I got 2, man, so I could do stereo processing with both of them. So you just run one left, one right, and you know what I'm saying, when you're doing a stereo track, just depends on your track and how it's routed and everything like that. If you're using 2 mono tracks, hard pan one to the left, hard pan one to the right. If you're using a stereo track, make sure however you're coming out, just double check how you coming out of the DAW or a mixer or whatever the case may be. Make sure you have a true stereo signal coming out of whatever your source is coming from, coming into here, and make sure it's individually sound and not coming in dual mono. It'll basically defeat the purpose of using 2 of them and stuff like that. So once you cover those bases, man, you really get a lot of good flexibility out of that. And the beat, and I'm sorry, to be long-winded, the reason why I like these a lot too, I saw someone mixing one of Michael Jackson's records through a SSL 4000, and I was just looking at how the video is on YouTube somewhere, but I was just looking how the guy was just mixing that record and how he was just like coming up with his sound just like that. And actually, when I was playing around with these lead vocals, I found the sound just like that. These EQs right here, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm being dead ass. These EQs can get you there quicker than a plug-in. I put everything on it. I'll put my whole studio on that. I don't know what the hell, you know what I'm saying? And again, it's just something about when you turn something, your mindset is a little bit different when you left clicking on the mouse and you trying to fine tune it. And I had a live stream where I kind of talked about it, like, you know what I'm saying, like with plugins, you know, I mean, they can sound super awesome. It could be a fucking UAD plugin, but when you're left clicking on it and stuff like that, you're still moving and tweaking it and stuff like that, because your ears and what your mind is looking for is not that, because again, it's a plugin and stuff like that. And I grew up in the box, man. I kind of started my little music situation in the box. And I got tired of that. I ain't gonna lie to you. And that's why I kind of like in the last 3 years, I just started buying hardware. Now I have a full-blown hybrid setup and stuff like that. So when I get tired of this, I can go software and then go back and forth and stuff like that. So yeah, man. But it's, like I said, it's super awesome. All right, let's focus back on the dynamic section here. I hope I answered your question, L Cool J, and stuff like that. And you know, on the reason why I got two of them. And I'm gonna be honest with you, if you're gonna get something like this, it will probably benefit just to have two of them. So when, just in case you do have a stereo situation, you can process those in stereo or whatnot. So yeah, man. Let me do this. I may have to end the stream because I have to go and pick up my daughter from a damn football game. It ended a little quicker than what I thought it was gonna end. It was a homecoming game, so I thought it was gonna end. So I'm gonna do this, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and end this live stream and give me about an hour. I'll be back and I'm gonna hop back on here and I'm gonna, you know, do the dynamic section and everything like that. Sorry about to cut this short and everything like that, but yeah, I thought she had a ride back, but I don't know what happened. So I don't know if it's an emergency or whatever. So let me cut this live stream short, and I'll come back in about an hour, and we'll talk about the dynamics section. I'll call this one part 1. Matter of fact, let me just go ahead and update that title real quick. And we'll, you know, do part 2, and I'll get a little bit more in depth. And actually, that's pretty good, because what I'll do is I'll come back and we'll run some loops from Splice. We'll run them through here, and LQJ, this will definitely answer your question for as like, you know, why I got 2 of them. Run some loops through Splice, and we'll do some stereo stuff, and you can see what you can manipulate and how you can get a good sound out of here. So, hey man, subscribe to the channel, stick around. I'll live stream back here in about an hour, man. Sorry to cut it loose, so short, but you know, daddy duty and stuff like that. Gotta pick up this damn teenager. So